22 Days to Rapture in 2022. Thank you once again for returning to a Fig Tree Online channel as we count down to the end of the barren fig tree generation. Please like, subscribe and ring the bell if that's what you would like to do. As I make this video, it is just over 3 weeks away from Israel's Independence Day on May 14th, and as happened last year in Israel, there is trouble brewing on the Temple Mount and trouble coming from Gaza. Only today, Israel bombed Gaza in retaliation for a rocket fired by Hamas into Israel. In addition, the King of the North, Vladimir Putin, is inserting himself into Israel's business by demanding that Israel transfer ownership of a Russian Orthodox church in Jerusalem to the Russian government, as was agreed by former Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Whether any of this will lead to the Russian invasion of Israel, as is prophesied in Ezekiel 38 and 39 and possibly in Daniel 11 verses 40 to 45, remains to be seen. The Russian army is about to start a new offensive in eastern Ukraine, which if successful, would mean that Russia would have done all it needs to consolidate its hold on the area just north of the Black Sea, and could then move all its troops through the Sevastopol naval base in Crimea and proceed from there into the Mediterranean by sea. This might also be accompanied by a major advance south by land through Moldova, Bulgaria and Romania via Turkey to Syria. Everything really depends on how the war progresses in the next few days. I found out recently that when the Russians took over the Sevastopol naval base in 2014, they inherited 2/3 of the Ukrainian navy and have since had full control of both sides of the Azov Sea, the smaller sea to the northeast of the Black Sea. Although the Russian Navy suffered a setback recently when their flagship the Moskva, named after the capital city of Moscow, was sunk by Ukrainian missiles, they still have many more ships that would be available to them to fulfill the prophecy in Daniel 11 verse 40. At the time of the end the king of the south shall attack him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind, with chariots, horsemen, and with many ships, and he shall enter the countries, overwhelm them, and pass through. Will any of this happen in the next 3 weeks? I do not know, and like everyone else, I will have to wait and find out as time passes. As always, please comment, like and subscribe if you feel led, and see you on the other side if the Lord doesn't tarry.